Hey guys, so today I wanted to do a video, first of all, thanking everyone who gave me feedback on my college video. I had just tons and tons of comments of people writing me some really detailed explanations of their experience with college, what they would have done differently, what they're glad that they did, and I was just really impressed and excited that so many of you took the time to just write me these comments. And maybe to you it didn't mean that much, but to me it meant so much that someone was willing to do that. And obviously during this time it's very exciting, but it also is very scary and it's very stressful, and I really just appreciate that you guys were willing to help me out and give me your feedback and your thoughts, and it means the world to me and it helps me more than you can ever know. So seriously, a huge thank you to everyone who did that, and also a huge thank you to all the girls from different colleges that have reached out to me and have given me kind of their advice and their feedback on what to do. You guys know who you are and it means so much. Like, I know I keep saying that, but it really, really does. And I'm just really glad that I've kind of been able to share this experience with you guys. I think it's pretty surreal and crazy to think back to when I was a freshman and I was scared about going to high school, and now, you know, I'm scared about going to college and embarking on this whole new chapter of my life. As cheesy as that sounds, but it really is, and I definitely am going to continue making videos in college. I had a lot of questions about that, and that's kind of, you know, one of the big factors of choosing a college. You know, I want to be somewhere that I can have the opportunity to keep filming and keep doing this, because this is what I love to do and is a huge part of my life. It's probably, I mean, honestly, it's like the biggest thing that I do. I'm known as like the girl who does the YouTube videos, but I'm proud of that because I've done some amazing things with my videos, but because of you guys, because of my viewers, and I want you guys to know every single day I'm so grateful and thankful to have all of you. So again, thank you for all the comments. I really, really appreciate them, and I really love the interaction that I got back from, you know, asking you guys a question and then hearing what you thought in the comments. It was really awesome, and I really think that that's my favorite part about YouTube. So I have another question for you guys today. Before I get into it though, a lot of people were asking if I think I'm going to rush or join a sorority in college. And I've thought about it a little bit. I haven't thought about it that much, and I don't really have that much information on it. So this is something that if you are involved in a sorority, or you were involved in a sorority, or you're going to be involved in a sorority, I would love to hear your feedback, your thoughts, comments, anything that you have. And like I said, since I don't really know much about the whole process, I would love to hear what you guys think. You know, there have been a few incidences where there actually was one, and this is not related to Rush, but this is just related to just in general, I guess, reputations and stuff. And I've heard that they kind of do, you know, they hear things about you and they kind of know who you are from friends of friends and whatever. And I would like to hear from other people who have been through it and who have been on the other side of it, if really reputations and what other people say, is that really what you use to determine who you're going to invite to join your sorority and stuff. And I'm just curious, you know, I know there are some things you can't really talk about that are kind of like private within sororities, but I'd love to hear from someone else's point of view if that really is a big factor. And like I said, I have had an incident which is not related to Rush, but it's still something I want to bring up. And basically a girl, I had met her, and pretty much like the first thing she said to me when she actually met me was, wow, you know, I really honestly did not think I was gonna like you. You know, from your videos and stuff, I thought you were just really self-absorbed, and I thought you were gonna be really stuck up and rude, and you have surprised me a lot by how nice of a person you are and how sweet you are and just like how shy you are. I really thought I wasn't gonna like you. And, you know, it kind of felt like a backhanded compliment at the time, but I just thought that was really interesting that people, you know, and I know a lot of people do this, you do kind of get a preconceived idea about someone, you kind of just go off it, maybe what your friends say or what, you know, a friend of a friend says or something like that. And I feel like since I do these YouTube videos, I am kind of putting myself out there, and I know I've had people say like, that's really weird that you do that, you know, you're embarrassing yourself, blah, blah. And obviously I've had people that have been really supportive and, you know, say it's really cool. And ultimately, I am really glad that I do make videos. I just think it does kind of draw maybe some unwanted attention, I guess. And I don't know, I was just curious what you guys think about that. And just as a question, do you as a person, when you meet someone, do you give them a chance, or do you kind of believe what you've heard and kind of go off that? And does that kind of base how you act around them and base how you're going to treat them? And I know we've all done it. I know we've all been guilty of, you know, you hear something from someone, so then when you kind of meet someone, you're kind of already like, you know, kind of deciding I'm not going to like you before I meet you, but whatever. And I'm just curious as to what your thoughts are on that process. I kind of am I have an interesting outlook on this. Pretty much, you know, I take everything with a grain of salt, especially what other people say, because if I'm not directly related to the person, or I don't know the person, or I've never met the person, it's kind of hard for me to judge them based off what someone else has said. And I really try really hard not to do that. And I know we're all human, we do it sometimes, but I definitely really strive to not do that. I actually kind of give everyone the benefit of the doubt, and especially like with trust and stuff, you know, people have said, you know, how can you trust people? You know, you've gone through these situations where people have really betrayed your trust, and trust me, I really have had people just completely straight up lie to me, completely betray my trust beyond repair, I guess, in some people's eyes. But with every person I meet, I give them my full trust until they do something that breaks my trust. And I feel like, you know, in a way that's being kind of vulnerable. And I give everyone the benefit of the doubt that I think everyone down deep wants to be nice. And I think sometimes people act out or, you know, say mean things because they're hurt inside or someone was hurting them previously. And so that's just kind of the way I strive to be. And I think sometimes it does backfire. I mean, I think sometimes there are obviously people that they're gonna be mean no matter what, and even if you're kind to them, they're still gonna be mean. But for the most part, I've learned that when someone is mean and you kind of, you know, kill the situation with kindness, most of the time, pretty much all the time, everyone is nice back. Because I think it's hard to be mean to someone when they're being nice to you, if that makes sense. And I don't know, this was just a question that I wanted to get out there because I wanted to have kind of some discussion about it because I think it's something interesting. And I think how everyone kind of deals with reputations and, you know, how people perceive other people, I think is a really interesting topic, and I would love to hear your feedback in the comments. I personally am not someone who doesn't care what people think about me. I definitely don't want people to think bad things. I definitely don't want people to have the wrong idea and that kind of stuff. But when I am judging someone else, I try to actually get to know them for myself and get to make my own decision. And I think this just kind of goes for everything in life, you know. You can either have a positive outlook on things or you can kind of think about only the negative things. And I feel like really, you know, if you decide to be positive or negative, that kind of really does affect the outcome of a lot of situations in your life. And I know this was probably just really broad, and it is broad. It's just a big question that I wanted to get feedback on and have conversation about because I just love hearing what you guys think. And I think it's so interesting that you pretty much are like all, you know, 600,000 of my friends that I can just talk to and that I can have these interesting conversations with, and I just love hearing y'all's feedback. So if you want to go ahead and leave me comments about sororities, if you've been involved in them, what you thought of them, how that worked, I would love to hear that. And then also my question about, you know, how do you perceive people with reputations? How do you go about judging someone before you know them? Not related to sororities, but just, you know, separately. Yeah, so I guess that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I'll see you with a new video very soon, and I hope you guys have a great night. Bye, everyone.